I'm Gary.
I'm Melanie.
And these are our kids.
Hi, everyone.
And we are Simple Life Reclaimed.
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our live chat. Man, I hope how are you guys doing today? I see we got 228 people in the chat, and we are just getting started, my friends.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome, welcome.
This last month has been insane.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy getting everything going on upstairs for the cabin. As you guys have seen, we spent January basically erecting most of the walls for the cabin, and Gary and I have just been ducking and dodging, man, the weather and the rain.
Man.
And it's raining right now. So hopefully this stream comes through nice and clear, no interruptions. Let's see a thumbs up. Actually, nah. Let's see you spread the clap. Can you guys hear us loud and clear? Can you guys hear us loud and clear? I just want to make sure that the settings are all good. I'm looking down in the comment section right now. I'm going to start answering some questions because today we want you guys to hit us with your best shot. Let's see what you got.
Yes.
Dottie is sending us the clap. I see that, and I see the thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Evelyn. Marilyn, I see you guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I'm happy that we're coming in loud and clear. Last time we were having some minor technical difficulties. So let's hope that everything continues to run smoothly today. Later on, towards the end of this live chat, I would love to introduce and bring up a brand new contest that we have for you guys. We've got a giveaway in mind. You don't have to be a YouTuber in order to enter this contest. It's open and for everybody, for the viewers, for everybody.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing that one with you guys here later on.
Yes.
So let me see, I'm going to say hello to everybody. Before I do, I want to say thank you to all of our amazing moderators for being here today and helping keep us on track because, you know, squirrel and hyena, we can go wee and kind of get off track sometimes. So thank you guys so much for moderating for us, keeping us in check, posting those links as we talk about things, and you guys, you know, if we're talking about a different channel or something, the mods do post links for us, and yeah. So thank you guys for doing that.
Yes.
Really appreciate you. Man, we're just getting started and it doesn't even say anything, but thank you so much to Robert Huffingel. I hope I didn't say that wrong, but thank you for the super chat. It doesn't have any, doesn't say anything, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. KHJ, Ringling, super good, Bizig. Maybe you're from another country. I don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, let's see.
Could just be a typo.
It could be a typo. Let's start going here for these comments. William Baker says it's snowing here in Arizona.
Ooh. I've been seeing all the storm systems hitting you guys out there, and, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's hitting you guys and not us.
Yeah, because we've had our share.
Yes.
Just share it over there on the West Coast. You guys can have a taste of it, because I'm sure before winter is officially over, we're probably going to get maybe one more of those. We'll see.
I don't know. It's looking like a lot of rain, to be quite honest.
Yeah, and we're not officially in the rainy season yet.
No, and that's what scares me, is that we're not even in that raining season, and it's already this much rain. So, yeah, I'm curious.
So we got our first question that I can see really quick. It's from Cheryl Rybacki. I hope I didn't butcher that. It says, are you going to open up the living and dining room wall? Yes. Yes, we are. We're going to actually have a half wall.
Yep.
So although it looks like there's a full wall there at this point in time, it's probably only going to be like 3.5, maybe 4 feet tall.
Yep.
And then it's going to be completely open on the inside.
I'll have the actual header going through and everything else. We have a envision in mind to make that false wall look like something really cool. really, really cool.
Christopher Browns wants to know what happens to the channel when the house is finally done. We're going to keep posting.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've always considered ourselves to be a family vlog channel. And I know that right now a very huge main focus of ours is finishing up the cabin and doing all this building and stuff. But when we first started doing YouTube, we were always a family vlog channel, just kind of vlog and save our home movies, right?
Yep.
We are still doing that. Like, building all this is home movies for us. And we're going to continue to make those movies and share them out with you guys. I'd love for our channel to continue to follow us as we learn to be more self-sufficient, as we learn different skills that we are going to need in order to be self-sufficient. So I hope that you guys will follow along with that, and maybe you guys will enjoy seeing a couple of city slickers turning country, I guess. I don't know. We got that country heart, you know, but we don't have like the practical practice. A lot of book smarts have gone into this. But until you actually put the pedal to the metal or whatever, once you start doing it, then
actually put the knowledge to practice,
there you go,
find
baby.
out what actually works and what doesn't. And in certain areas, it might work well and great for some climates, but others it doesn't. And it's a definite learning curve, and it's just a journey. It's a big journey. I'm enjoying it.
But it's so fun. And you know, that actually is leading into a question from Jasper Milan. How do you guys stay focused on the build even when things don't go your way?
Oh man, we've had a lot of failures. I'm not gonna lie.
And we don't hide those failures.
We don't. We put it out there, and I mean, it's all on the way that you look at life. To be quite honest, everything is a learning experience, and it honestly, what will you do with what circumstance you're given, you know? And it really tells you what you will do, or it tells what that person is off of what they do and everything, you know? So we just try to live as best as we can and not try to freak out over the smallest little spilt milk, you know?
And
because in all reality, nothing is really worth freaking out over.
Well, and if something goes wrong, right, a good way to stay motivated is to look at the positive things that are around you and try your best to live in the spirit of contentment. We actually were talking about this on Ridge Life Ramblings last night. And what that means is...
Our mic's on, right?
Our mic should be on. We should be good. Shoot.
I just seen Gary needs to speak louder. That's why I was like...
Well, you won't, yeah. Well, what living with the spirit of contentment means is essentially if everything is going wrong, look for the one thing that is going right.
Yes.
And if you can start finding the one thing that's going right, then it'll lead you to another thing that's going right. And sooner or later, you're going to realize that you are blessed beyond measure because each one of us, we're above dirt right now.
Yes.
You're above dirt. You have a chance.
Yes.
You have a future. You're above dirt.
Yep.
Be happy. So live with the spirit of contentment, and that really helps too.
Yes.
Got to stop real quick and say thank you so much to Fly Like an Eagle. Appreciate so much for the super chat. He says greetings, or she says greetings from the Netherlands.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
That's awesome.
Kevin Barnes says, why live now? Everyone is at work. Kevin, this is the best time that works out for Gary and I, and we have to do what is best for us, just like everything in life. Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of every month, we decided is going to be the best time because naturally the children are going to be at school during this hour, so we won't have the interruptions, we won't have the evening rush. And
you know, the whole getting everybody ready for nighttime, as well as getting dinner ready, the homework, chores, and just the whole mad dash.
And then, those that can join us live will be here, and those that can't, you guys can catch the replay. Either way, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. This is the best time for us.
Yes.
So let me go down and... I have to go to the bottom because honestly, I'm way behind.
You're behind now.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Billy Baldwin, are you guys going to do some kind of rainwater collection system? I know you guys have a well. I do also. I'm just wondering.
Yes. It is never, ever, ever a bad idea in my mind to have backups to the backup to the backup. I mean, I definitely try to do that because it's something in me that if something is to go out, then I would like something to be able to be replaced with it real easily. Of like a flip of the switch. It's ingrained into me. I don't know.
Yes, and so we will be having some water, rainwater catchment as well as gutters and stuff on the house. There was actually something that Gary had thought about, but we haven't done it yet.
No.
Connecting maybe some of the sump pump area, like where we have the French drain system, connecting those pipes to another system as well, so that way
Correct.
all that water gets caught too. So
yeah, I want to do that
got a
and
couple things.
actually put that over by the garden area and the animal tier, because they're not going to have a whole lot of roofing areas, but up here we can, and with what we catch up here, if we need to replenish it, we can always, you know, fill that back up from there. But
yes.
I don't know. A lot of thoughts.
Yeah, and you know, one thing right now that we don't have for backup, we're just not set up with it yet. That doesn't mean we don't want it in the future. It's just right now we don't have it, is a power supply for our well. So when the power does get knocked out, although we can hook up the generator and run the entire basement, we are without water during that time. So is Country Road Cure. We're both out of water. So we do have water storage. The big, huge 5-gallon water things that you can get from Walmart or whatever. We have several of those stored. So we'll have fresh drinking water as well as sparingly enough to use to do the old hobo bath, wet the rag, get it soapy, hit the good spots, and then be done. So we got that, but besides that, you know, we'd be going down to the creek and boiling some.
No, but there's more ways than one to do that.
Yeah.
So we're definitely looking at a lot of different other aspects like that. But so far we haven't been out of power for multiple days. And if it comes to that point where one of us needs to, we still have all our electrical stuff from the time that we were surviving off the generators off the well. So
true.
We'd be able to easily splice off and in and be able to hook up a generator and run it. So.
Yeah, I would like to eventually be set up to where if the grid turned off and never came back on, that we would be able to take care of ourselves. Obviously, our lifestyle would change significantly, just like everyone else. But I would like to have basic necessities, you know, food, water, shelter, cleanliness taken care of.
Yeah.
So that's a goal. That's an end goal and a dream of mine.
It's an end goal, and
we still have a lot to do.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Phil Halls, 9 p.m. in the UK. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Watched every video. Question, how many nails do you guys think you've used? A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
I think each box is roughly about 10,000 nails. And I've gone through two
a
and
box
a half.
is 10,000?
I want to say.
What, dude?
So, roughly.
I thought a box was like maybe... Not like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or something. 10,000 sounds like ridiculous.
I have no idea.
That sounds ridiculous.
It could be like 1,700 in a box.
Yeah, that seems more realistic. I was like,
I don't know.
Bro, that's ridiculous. We
that
don't
one
know,
box,
we're guessing.
but that one box though,
box.
the one box that they're correlated with the wire fed and everything else.
Yeah.
Man, dude, that thing.
That's a big box.
That's a big box
Yeah.
of them. I'm not gonna lie. So that's where I'm saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot.
I don't know. The boxes are pretty big, and it's a lot in there. And, yeah.
Gary's making sure it ain't going nowhere.
Well, and I'm still not even done. I'm putting screws into it too. Like, it's.
Thank you so much for the super chat from Cheryl Rybacki. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It doesn't say anything, but we appreciate your support
Thank you.
and helping along with the journey. Definitely appreciated. Fly Like an Eagle says, that was very fun to see the live with Ridge Life. I laughed a lot.
Yes.
Guys, my
that
cheeks
was a blast.
were
man.
hurting after last night. My whole face was sore because I was smiling from ear to ear, just laughing so hard because we were laughing for like 30 minutes before we even started that live.
Yes.
Chatting with Tim like behind the scenes first.
It was a bit hard for me to compose myself after that even. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I got to put on a straight face.
Yep.
We're at work.
It was pretty hard. But it was a great time, and he didn't throw us any bones. We didn't know about any of the questions that he was going to ask us beforehand. He literally said, "Hey, at some point, I'm going to need you and Gary to each have your own pen and notebook. So just have a pen and notebook handy." I'm like, "All right, Tim, got you. Whatever you say, bro." I'm a little nervous, but okay. But he was a gracious host. We really enjoyed being on his channel. and it was a lot of fun. So mods, maybe you guys can post a link to that
Yeah.
replay, because if you guys want a good laugh, I'm telling you, the whole thing was just, we were laughing, just busting a gut. I was knee slapping laughing. I was
Yeah.
slapping my knee laughing. It was, yeah.
It was funny.
Okay, so we got another question from Slick 1G3. So is this building only a 1-story or 2?
Okay, so technically, it would be a 1-story with a basement. And the way that people, I mean, it's more so like if you were to go sell your house or anything else like that. Basements aren't really considered a living space or part of it.
That's debatable.
But it's debatable because
Right.
it's so weird. I'm not gonna lie. In certain states, it is.
Quick answer, baby.
But
We got
either way,
questions coming in.
it's 1-story with a basement. So
I'm sorry,
but
baby.
yeah.
I'm not trying to
I'm
be
sorry.
mean.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep it flowing.
I'm sorry. If the dirt was there, then it would just be like a normal 1-story. So that's where I'm coming to.
Well, and there is some questions, because at first Gary and I, we were going to do a cabin with a loft, so that would have been 2 stories, but we ixnayed the loft. We did make a video about it at the end of the year. It was like the last video of last year. So
We
if
made
you guys,
a lot of changes.
but we have changed it since then. So I actually, one of the things in my queue that I need to make for you guys is to show you guys the blueprints and stuff, like the actual blueprints. I did it recently, but I need to maybe make that be the entire video, because that was only like a portion of a video, and obviously you guys missed it, and that's okay. That's okay.
It's all
no,
right.
for real, it's okay.
But
Oh my gosh, where were the other questions? I'm sorry. We're trying to hit as many as we can get today, because you guys have so many questions, and I really appreciate you guys so much. Okay, here we have a different rules for building in planned areas and off-grid. Is it the same there?
Probably. We're in a non-restricted area, so we don't have any regulations, no codes to follow, no anything else like that. We are definitely experienced in the sense of looking at the code book and seeing what is necessary and for this area and everything else. And we're going above what the code is actually even requiring for this area, so we're not doing any of the inspections. We're never going to sell this place, so that's where having the inspections done would be very beneficial. But because we're not selling it, it's just throwing our money away, paying somebody to come and look at our stuff, where we're following the codes. So it's pretty good. I'm happy about that. And if we're not, we have no codes to have to follow anyway out here. So
that's one really good thing about unrestricted land.
Correct.
You know. Okay, so Alaska's Last Frontier Homestead. When are the farm animals arriving, and what animals will you get?
So first things first is obviously the cabin, drying that in. We do have a plan to the method. It's coming together.
Gary, grab
really,
the
really
light.
well.
We're dark. I didn't even set up the light. I'm sorry, guys.
Where
It's
is
right
the
in the
light?
drawer right there. Second
It's
drawer.
in the drawer?
Second drawer. Just grab it, and I'm gonna put that light on. I'm sorry, guys. Where is my mind today? Go ahead and
Didn't
keep
even
answering
think
it,
that
sweetheart.
thing was that small.
Yeah, it's compact. Compact.
So basically, we have a plan. Originally, we were, like she was saying, planning on having the loft and everything, and also we were planning on building the garage first before we did the top. But with this last big, huge cold storm and everything else, I was like, I want to get rid of all that chance of having that much ice and snow on that floor right there, because that's above us. And I don't want anything to happen, so we're trying to dry up the cabin and that top part first before we do anything else.
Yeah.
We'll be able to go back and finish up the house after we get a lot more things settled, and it'll be nice, because I'm hoping that we can work in there with an AC running.
That would be so nice,
That would
guys.
be
That would
super
be
nice for this summer.
Ooh, that would be heaven. Although anything not
anything's
directly
possible.
out in the hot Arkansas sun would be heaven, as long
Correct.
as there's some shade.
Correct, and we've been in that sun for going on 2 years now, so.
Yeah. Hey, I see the Drifting Dreamers and Ridge Life, and come on, y'all join in the live. Thank you guys so much for being here. Love you guys. I'm trying to catch up on
What animals do you do?
What animals do I want?
Would you want, Bo?
I definitely am. We have chickens now. Yes. I definitely want to get some turkeys. We plan on getting some rabbits, probably some goats. But our goats, I don't want the tiny little ones like that. I want them for meat.
Yep.
So if we're going to get goats, I want them to have a purpose. I would like pigs and possibly sheep as well. And then, I don't know, I guess, like having cows and stuff would be great, but with our property, I don't want to deforest it and build pastures, especially when we have neighbors that are close by that already have a bunch of cows. I would rather do some sort of trade or barter with them for their meat and raw milk. So I think that that's what we're going to end up doing is leaning on the community that we have in this area, doing trades, barters, cash, whatever we have to do in order to get, you know, beef and milk and stuff from them.
But one thing at a time.
Yeah,
And
one thing at a time.
Right now we got chickens, and we got to get that infrastructure going.
Yes, and then I can get some
And
turkeys.
then once that's done, then we're gonna work on the bunnies after that. Because we've had chickens, we've had bunnies, we've had turkeys before, so that's not something that we're too like not
no, having
noobs
goats
to or anything.
Goats would be brand new for me.
That would be brand new to where with that I would really want to spend our time 1 year, you know, before we try to do anything else, because that would be a whole new vibe that we've never had. So
Glenda Wright, do you plan on parking out your land? Probably not definitely 100% not the entire land. No. Certain portions of our land, yes. But our property connects up to National Forest, and I like the fact that the line is blurred between National Forest and our property.
yes.
I would like to have a fencing. We already have signs up that say you're now entering private property, you know, no trespassing.
There are fences too.
Yes, but I'd like them to be more prominent, and I know that they're down in some spots. We have to go back and like do some refixing.
Yeah.
But I like the feeling of walking in the back part, and you know, it all blends in, and I don't mind if it does suck sometimes when the vines get really overgrown. You gotta take these giant steps to smash it all down, but
it's natural.
Yeah,
it's
natural.
That's the thing of the beauty.
Yeah.
We don't want to disturb the natural. I know that we've disturbed a lot of it, you know, but at the same time, not in the grand scheme of things when we have 41.36 acres.
Yeah,
you know?
and grand total for the entire space that we've cleared between
3 acres.
Between Country Road Cure's place, our place, and camped, it's probably 3, maybe 3 1/4.
No.
It's not that.
The power lines were already cleared, so we didn't really do anything too crazy over there.
Yeah, they had to put that like burt in from the neighbor's place, but besides that, you know. Yeah. Ratha Wilson, what would you like to grow in the garden first?
We're gonna try to grow it all. We're gonna try to plant as much as we can possibly plant and see what happens, and that's our hope.
Now, we did have a big, beautiful garden in Arizona. There were some things that were a hit, some things that were a miss. I would love to do it out here in Arkansas, because I know that things just grow so much easier out here. Shoot, I got a story. No, maybe I shouldn't tell that story.
But
but things grow really easy out here.
Things grow super easy out here, but it's also the thing that gets me, you know, I mean, with animals out here too, with the chickens, you know, we still have to worry about certain pests and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's a lot more pest stuff going on in the gardens out here, just because it's a lot more thriving with living organisms everywhere, you know.
That's true.
So
that's very
whereas
true.
in the desert, I mean, not really much lived in the desert, so it was pretty easy.
There was a question, I missed it. Because I went all the way to the bottom, but they were asking about our roof and what type of roofing are we going to be doing. I'm sorry I couldn't call you out because I'm already down at the bottom, but I just vaguely remembered your question again, because there's another question that's asking about the roof too. So go ahead and start talking about that.
So I really, really want to do a standing seam roof. I've thought really, really, really long and hard on it, and I don't know, Melanie can tell you, can attest to it. I have looked at roofing for probably about 2 years, 3 years, and trying to figure out exactly what kind of roof that we wanted to go with and everything else.
We'll back that up, because that's another over exaggeration. Because if we were going to go Quonset, that's already, you've been looking it up for like a year.
But
a year.
I mean, whatever.
I'm sorry, babe.
Whatever. Okay, it's been a year on it. All right, I would say about 2 or 3 years, but whatever. But it's more so trying to figure out durability wise with with the metal and why it's such an important thing. And it's because of the heat shrinking and everything else, and just longevity wise. And I don't want to be up there messing with something when I am 50 years old.
Yeah.
I'm limbo right now, but I'm only as limbo as I can be right now, and I'm already feeling constraints to where I'm not as a young spring chicken as I used to be.
This is true. I mean, we feel it every day when we're out there working. I mean, we're young, but I mean, we are getting closer and closer to middle-aged, right?
Yes.
And so I'm with you with not wanting to have to go back up there and like revisit it and stuff, because you know darn well it's going to be me and you up there. So
Correct. Now, where I'm coming into 2-3 years of where I'm talking about, because yes, the Quonset I was there, but it all comes back down to a metal roof aspect, to where you have to also now think of rain screening and radiant burying, because now that metal is going to condensate. And then it comes back down to the heat shrink and heat and cold shrink, expanding and contracting of metal, and so we're gonna have a rain screen and the standing seam no matter what. All this humidity out here, I already know it's gonna happen. We already had to deal with the condensation. I'm not dealing with it again. And yeah, I'll pay somebody to come in and deal with that, because they just bring it out with a big huge truck and cut it to length and do it.
Karen Breast is noticing the daffodils right here on this. Actually, Scarlett came home from school yesterday and she picked these. She found these in the property on her walk over here from getting off the bus. Picked them and said, "Hey, Mama, I got something for you." Put them in a vase and everything and set them right here on my desk. Isn't she a sweetheart?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very beautiful. Thank you for noticing. And right underneath Karen, Marilyn Bryson was asking, would you get horses for the kids to ride?
So we've thought about that too. Now there's plenty of places out here where you can go and ride horses. Mm-hmm. Another thing is having to keep the horses and maintain the horses and everything else. We would like to eventually one day look into it a little bit more, but the more I'm looking into it, it's I'd rather just go and ride a horse that's already trained and knows what to do and isn't going to buck me off the second I step on it.
Yeah.
So
maybe again, that's another. A horse is a huge animal that we have no experience with.
Correct.
Absolutely no experience, and I don't want to. They are very costly animals. It is very expensive to have a horse. They eat a lot. They need a lot of vet visits. You got to shoe them. It's a huge responsibility to have a horse.
It's not.
And so a horse would be like the last animal on our list, and we would have to make sure that we're ready for that.
To be able to do it ourselves.
Yes, because right now, if we had if somebody said, "Hey, I want to give you a horse," we would not know the first thing to do. I would love it. It sounds great, right? In fairy tale Melland, I would be like, yeah, let's have a whole flock of horses. We all get a horse. You get a horse. You get a horse. But reality is that would be a disservice to that horse.
Correct.
You know, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I love animals too much to want to.
As much as we love them, and we'd love to have them.
Well, sometimes
think you have to.
You know, because you love them, you do the best thing for them, and sometimes the best thing for them isn't being with you.
Correct, and that's where I'm saying is I'd rather pay, to go and ride a horse where I know that they're taken care of, and try to help out other animals.
And we've thought about maybe putting the kids in like 4-H or something, so that way we can do that. We can like have the kids foster somebody else's horse, and it would help somebody. They'd get used to doing like some of the chores and things. But we haven't made a clear-cut decision either way. I think we'll have a clear enough head to be able to make those kinds of decisions.
Once we have that building where we can rest our heads.
Once we have a finished roof over our head.
I mean, we can rest our heads right here, and it's awesome and it's great, but it's nerve-wracking that we're resting our heads and hearing the wind whipping around. We're like, the building's not done yet.
Yeah, we're like,
not done yet.
Please, Lord. Yeah, that's okay.
It's all those dang nails. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. Alaska's Last Frontier Homestead. When is your daughter having her surgery? I wish her the best. She's actually having it tomorrow morning. So we have to have an early night tonight. We're going to be going to bed early because we got to drive her into town, the next big town. And we're actually not even going to be able to get Abraham and Julia off to school. We're going to have to wake them up, get them dressed, and then send them to Auntie and Uncle. Go over to see Anthony and Roxanne, and Anthony and Roxanne are going to make sure that they get off to school. So thank you, Country Road Cure. Love you guys.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. It's why we're here with each other. But anyhow, they're going to take the Abraham and Julia to the bus stop. We are going to drive into town first thing, bright and early in the morning. The sun might not even be up yet. And get Scarlett going on that. I don't know how long it's going to take. She will be home with us tomorrow. It's an outpatient thing. And please, everybody, if you guys are not in the know about it and this is the first time you're hearing about it, please don't worry too much. We're not worried too much. We're standing firm in faith that everything is going to be all right, and she'll come out and recover, and she'll be back to her smiley self in no time. And it's not a it's a serious surgery, but not like a life-threatening serious kind of a thing. So please don't worry. Just send us all your love and healing vibes. We appreciate that, but we don't want to stress you guys on it. And we just want everyone to feel confident and firm in faith with us.
Yes.
Yes. Let me see. Patty S. loves our desk. Well, thank you so much. It was handmade by our very good friend David with Come On Homesteading. This used to be a tree on his property, and now it's a beautiful desk that I make all these videos on. So thank you so much, Patty. Have you guys checked on hiring a truss crane instead of Uber? Much safer. Mike Duger.
So we have. They're a little pricey, but they're not too ridiculous or crazy or anything else like that. But it's also, the trusses aren't really that heavy. In all reality, me and Melanie and Uber, with good old Come On, bringing in those floor trusses, and the floor trusses were a lot heavier than those trusses.
The floor trusses were a lot heavier, and we only had a crew of 3, which was, again, David, come on with the Come On man, and Gary and myself, and the 3 of us, we put all these the floor trusses on. We have a much larger group this time. It's actually going to be Tim with Ridge Life, Anthony, Country Road Cure, Gary, David with Come On Homesteading, Mike with the Drifting Dreamers 5, and Drew with Drew's Lens. So huge shout out and thank you to our friends that have, moved around things in their schedule and made plans to come over and help us do that.
Yes.
But we have 6 men on the job. And then there's Roxanne and me. Oh, and I found out Lindsay with Into the Mist, love you girl, she's going to be able to come over and hang out too and help and fill in the spaces that need. Like, go for this, go for that, get me,
awesome.
Do whatever it needs to be.
Which,
so appreciate you so much.
With all those hands itself is going to make it so easy.
And it's going to go by quick.
Yep. And all we need to do is get it high enough to where we can grab the bottom, bring the bottom to the top plate, and just literally slide the bottom all the way
I'm sorry, I'm missing super chats. I'm so sorry, guys. My bad. Okay, so Kathleen Cohn, thank you so much for the super chat, honey. I see you. She says, what kind of reptiles are on your land?
A
lot of snakes.
There's a lot of snakes, turtles. I don't know if a salamander is a reptile or.
I think they would be,
and
like
be
newts.
Amphibian.
I don't know, but they're here too. Salamanders and like newts and turtles, and there are some like the bluebelly lizards.
There are a couple of those. I haven't seen any big lizards
snakes,
or anything, but
yeah. And then, okay, so Petra's Embroidery Creations. Thank you, Petra. I appreciate the super chat.
Thank you.
She says, I'm glad that you like the scarves and the other items that I sent you. Yes, Petra, I love them. I wear that apron as much as possible. I do have to say, it's in the wash right now, though, because I made it filthy.
Just washed it.
Did you?
Folded and ready for you to go again.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. I use it all the time. All the time. Big blessing.
Yes.
Thank you, Petra. And there's another one, super chat. It's from Tuli Targus. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And he says from Colorado, you two keep being real. Don't stress life. It's what you make it.
Yes.
That is right.
Yes.
We are human, right? So we do feel stress and we do feel pressure. It's mostly from an organizational standpoint, because we both have our own neurocracies. Like Gary is Mr. .36. He has to have everything to the line and everything else. And me, I'm the organization queen. When I like to plan and I like to have things in order for that, right? So, and if things go out of whack here, then he gets a little stressed. If things go out of whack over there, I get a little stressed. But we do take that step back and like look at the grand picture. There's nothing really to be upset about.
Yeah.
So I think we do a good job keeping each other's level heads.
As much as we can.
As much as we can. It's just we're doing a lot right now.
It's stressful sometimes.
Life,
I'm not gonna lie.
life can be, yeah. But you know, you just gotta stand firm, and that life is good.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good. Mike Reiger, I hope I didn't say that wrong. I'm so bad at the names, guys. But Mike says, I just stumbled upon your channel and I love it. What software are you using for the build? And since you said software, I'm assuming that you're talking about the video editing. And actually, I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit all of these videos.
Yes.
So if you guys are looking at that, that's what I suggest using. I used to use VideoPad like when we first started, and VideoPad was great when I was a super beginner learner, but I quickly outgrew that program, and there was only so much that program could do, where Premiere Pro, like, it's unlimited. So if you're learning and you want to start learning how to make videos, just jump into Premiere Pro. Just rip off the Band-Aid and just do it. Because if you want to learn how to do something, there is without a doubt a video on YouTube telling you how to do the thing you want to learn to do. So, yeah. So that's why I like it. And if you were asking about something else, let me know and I'll try to answer you. But thank you for joining our channel and for joining the chat. Debbie wants to know, have you seen any more bears? So does Marco. Thank you guys for the bear question. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Marco.
Not that I know of. Since that last bear sighting, as far as I know, no. I think that they'll either be behind us or over by the chicken area more, or over by the electrical lines.
Yeah.
Now, because the dogs have sort of created this area to be their areas, and things don't really come in this area anymore.
I seen some scat the other day when I was out walking around back behind the pond where that old bear feeder used to be. I seen some scat, or I think it's scat.
Oh.
So
well, if it was like
berries,
and it would look like it splatted, it probably was.
I've seen.
I don't know how to describe it
no,
other than that.
I've seen bear scat before, and it looked like bear scat.
Okay.
So
it probably
I think,
was.
but I haven't seen the actual bear.
Probably was.
Randall Gremlin, thank you so much, Randall. What's up, man? He says, what's up, SLR? Thank you for the super chat, Randall. And he says, what's up, SLR? Now for the biggest question. What color stripes are on Gary's tube socks? Today, what kind of, are you wearing?
I don't got no stripes.
No stripes.
I got the dirty, nasty, brown, white socks.
No matter how many times we bleach them, they can't get clean.
Yeah. Well, it's wash day, so I was like, well, all right. These tube socks and my basketball shorts. Let's do it.
Kathleen, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, I'm guessing Scarlett will recover in about 1 week. I am hoping so too. The doctor did say that she's not allowed to get up and do anything for 3 weeks, only because of where the incision is going to be made on her foot. He doesn't want the skin to stretch at all and tear. And there's lots of nerves and stuff in there.
Right in the arc
it's
of
like,
her foot.
Yeah, it's right in the arc of her foot where
and
it's sensitive. And
just think of trying to bend your toe at all, and like that's gonna stretch out, and it's like no.
So for at minimum of 3 weeks of laying down recovery, that's doctor's orders. So that's what we're going to follow. After that, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna have to do after that, but. It's also going to be kind of a deep incision too, so I don't know how bad her, scarring or anything. I hope not too, but I know that thing is huge.
Yeah.
It's big. It's a very big mass on the bottom, so they're going to have to.
It might not be as big as what they're thinking, or as what we think, though.
I hope not, man. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
I know.
Like when they get in there, but yeah, don't. We're not.
I'm trying not to freak out.
Yeah, we're trying not to freak out about it. We're just leaning in faith, guys. We're leaning in faith. We're leaning into it. Shelly B, do you guys see coyotes?
We don't really see them. We hear them though. They're out there, and they the last time I heard them, it sounded like they were over by the pond.
Yeah.
Messing around, and yeah.
Paul Honeyman, what? Mel does all the planning, so it's great that she's a woman that admits her husband's mistakes are really her mistakes. Absolutely, absolutely. Huh? I know what he's trying to say, because if you do something wrong, it's really my fault because I told you to do it or something. Absolutely, it's all good. We're a team, so when Gary messes up, I mess up. When I mess up, Gary messes up. It's a team effort here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Any hogs yet? Have we seen any hogs yet? Totally wants just to know.
I haven't seen a single hog.
Nope.
I've seen deer.
Mm-mm.
I've seen skunk. I've seen not porcupine. Man, what am I thinking? Possum. That's what I'm thinking. Seen possum.
Skunk.
We've seen.
But that wasn't on our property. That was on when we were leaving Come On's house, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And we came home and we saw the skunk.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
armadillo.
Armadillo roadkill, and we've actually seen one live one on the property. But
yeah, we've seen live armadillo. I've seen some deer here too recently.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of wildlife out here.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of wildlife, and I wish that it would. On the one hand, I wish that it would come over closer towards the house, right? Because then I can get that really cool shots and stuff.
But then on the other hand, you don't want them to be coming around.
Because then they're gonna eat my gardens and everything else.
But it's gonna happen. We're gonna have fences around and everything else.
We need to make ourselves like a deer blind or something, just like my nature treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
That I can go and hike and
I have a plan of where I want to put one. Where they used to have one here on the property. I want to go up there and put one, a nice one. Nice little walking trail to it too.
Manuel, did you get greetings from Germany? I am for a short time in the chat, if not greetings from Germany. Manuel, thank you so much for the greetings from Germany. I have a lot of German family, but I don't know too much about our heritage, but we're going to be finding out soon. So
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. But thank you for the greetings. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. I missed this one. Kathleen, thank you so much for the super chat. And it says, yes, I see Scarlett can't put any weight on her foot for 3 weeks. Makes sense. Yeah. No. Yep. She's going to have to be laying around. And I'm going to look into and talk to the doctor tomorrow and see if it's a necessity or not. And if it is, then I'll pick one up. But we're thinking
one of those like knee dollies where she can kneel on it and or the knee scooter or whatever it is.
Yep, where it's a scooter, but it's for her knee or whatever. We'll pick one of those up. Whatever we need to get, we'll get her.
I know after a week she's gonna be
wanting to get up.
She's gonna be wanting to move around, but we're gonna try our best to keep her still. Don't move.
The dog catcher, Gary Mel or Mel Gary. What's your Benifer handle? I don't know. That's up to you guys to make up. I don't think that the Benifer people. I don't think that Ben and Jennifer made that up themselves. I think that people made that up for them and it just started catching. So what do you guys say? What say you?
I'm so confused.
I know what he's asking, like if you were to combine our names or something. Yeah. What's our time looking at right now, guys? Because I want to announce this next I want to announce this contest with you guys, and I don't think we have too much time left because this chat has been flying and it's been so much fun.
Man.
I know, it doesn't even seem like it's been that long at all. It seems like we just started.
I can't believe that. It's only 3:46. I mean, I can't believe it's 3:46,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
So yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and just start doing that. Yeah, we got 15. I'm sorry, I was reading. I went, sorry. That was my reading face.
She went squirrel.
You could see the squirrel running away.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
My bad. My bad. Oh, Randall says caramel. Like caramel? At least that's how I read it.
Yeah.
Maybe you meant to say something else. Auntie Ann says, I thought the screen froze. No, just my brain. Reboot. Okay, so here's an idea, all right? This is what I was thinking. We do have a contest that we would love for you guys to be a part of. And I've been trying to get all the squirrels in the row and trying to figure out how we're going to do this. And I think that I've gotten it all together now. So you guys all know how much I love to put music in our videos and how I just pick random stuff that makes me happy, that feels like it's about the vibe that I'm going for, maybe for that particular video, or maybe that's just what I'm feeling that particular day that I'm editing the video. Some of you guys love it, some of you guys hate it. Doesn't matter, it's my video, so I do what I want. I have an idea, I have a little idea, okay? And here goes. So in some videos coming up between now and the next live chat, we do live chats at the very first Wednesday of every month. The next live chat is when we are going to be announcing winners, okay? Now this can expand to something more. We can expand this to be something for channels, which maybe we can get other channels involved in it. But at this point, no. What I'm thinking of is there's a song that I was listening to when I was editing, and I found it, and it's hilarious. And I just instantly heard it, and I had like this montage of like just stupid clips that I've seen that me and Gary have done throughout the years, and I just was putting it together in my head, and I'm like, oh man, our subscribers would love this. This would be hilarious. So I'm gonna play the song for you guys, and I am going to be editing out this montage, and I'll be putting it in a video pretty soon. And what I want, this is how the contest is gonna be.
Oh,
Since
man.
you guys are dedicated and you guys love us and you guys watch our videos, I'm not telling you when I'm going to put this montage of this song in a video. Just sometime between now and the next first of the month, it's going to be in a video. On that video, and I'll remind you guys, okay? I'll remind you guys. But on that video, I want you guys to leave a comment, okay? And the magic words is... Gary's like, oh my God, Mel. The squirrel and hyena have their own thing. I will play the song and you guys will understand what I'm going with in just a minute. But yeah, squirrel and hyena have their own thing, okay? When the people that comment that on that video, I've got green dollars, I've got merch, I've got a great big surprise for you guys. Everybody that comments that on that video, I'm going to be picking a winner through one of those automated name picker things. We'll be recording it so you guys can see that we didn't cheat with entering you guys into it. And the next live chat, you guys are going to be able to see us pick the winner, and we're going to tell you what you guys are getting. So this is something special to you guys that are in this chat, to thank you guys, give you guys something fun to do, something fun to look forward to, and to make you guys laugh, because we love to do that. So without further ado, I'm going to play this very silly song that had my brain just like squirreling around. You guys ready? All right, here we go.
She thinks I'm a little lazy, I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling in the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene, baby, we got our own thing. She ain't skinny and I ain't tall, and that don't bother us at all. I run naked through the yard, she flash every police car, drinking wine and getting tired, and shooting out the damn street lights. How does she put up with me? Oh, baby, we got our own thing. We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing 4-leaf clovers in the yard.
There ain't nothing that he can't fix. He's a hard-headed son of a bitch. We got married on the Georgian line. Watch out, ladies, this one is mine. He works hard and just don't quit, even if his pants don't fit. Lord, he'll be the death of me. Baby, we've got our own thing. We eat good like you ought to do. Mashed potatoes and gravy too. Picnic table out in the back. He's only had one heart attack. Pecan pie beneath the moon. Paper plates and plastic spoons. We're as close as two sardines. Baby, we got our own thing.
We got our own thing. We don't need son of a bitch, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard. Holding hands and touching minds,
Smoking grass and feeling fine.
we're as crazy as a cuckoo clock.
We're the weird ones on the block.
Stuff some cash down in a bra.
I even like my mother-in-law.
She's my backwoods beauty queen.
Baby, we
Got
got
our own thing, we got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a bitch, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard. Yeah, we're growing four-leaf clovers in the yard.
Okay, so that is something that we are going to be doing. It's going, when you hear that particular song in like a video montage of whatever we're doing, all right? I was already having the blooper reel going in my mind when I was editing out a video. And hilarious. Hilarious. At least that's what the squirrel saw. But I would like to just give you guys something to look forward to, maybe something to look for in upcoming videos. I'm not going to tell you when, but it will be between now and the next live chat, which will be the first Wednesday of next month. So look for it, and when you see that video with that song in it, remember the magic words, okay? The magic words. Squirrel and hyena have their own thing, and I think at some point maybe we'll get some other participants, but I need to figure that part out first.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do that next month after this one's over or something. We'll figure that out, but yeah, I think that you guys, I'm going to give you guys that to sit on and to look forward to, and it's going to be interesting. You never know when I'm going to put that in there, so
Yes.
yeah. Tuli says time to plant a lot of clover. We got a lot of clover. We got a lot of clover.
We're gonna have a lot of planning to do.
Yeah, actually in like the next
Yeah.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when it's raining like this and we can plant stuff inside and get it ready for outside, we
Yes.
can do that.
Yes, yes. Well, we got 5 minutes, so we're gonna do the final 5 countdown, friends. Now, if you guys have any particular questions that we haven't answered yet, and you guys would like to ask it to us, this is the time. We got 5 minutes, and we're gonna round it up and be telling y'all later. So I'm looking at the screen. We'll try to make it real quick too. Let me see. Beth says, I've heard that song somewhere. You know, it actually reminded me of like Dolly Parton and Hank Williams.
Yes.
But it's not. It's not a famous song or anything. It's one of those songs that I can use. It's copyrighted, but it's one of the ones that we're able to use for YouTube. So, and I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny. Richard agrees that with that song, a bloopers video would be a laugh fest for sure. Yes. Would you ever allow visitors? Paul Johnson. We allow visitors out here all the time, but because this is our home and where we live, strangers, no. No. I mean, would you allow strangers in your house? Like, it just doesn't sound smart. But visitors, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. David, thank you so much for the super chat. I can sponsor your next live if you want. Can give some seeds away. David, send us an email. I'm sure that we would love to put some of your seeds in other people's hands. That would be very kind of you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to keep going. Larry, Larry is asking, do you guys plan on fencing in the power line areas?
I mean, we could, but later on down the line maybe, but we're just probably going to work on the borders more than anything, on like the outer borders, you know what I mean? What are you?
Joseph, does heat rise? Yes, heat rises and water expands, friends, and trees grow, and water goes downhill. Just in case there's public service announcements. Just in case you guys didn't know that. I'm sorry. Squirrel. Are you all in the path of the tornadoes today? Big dreams, tiny budget.
So we definitely stay tuned on Ryan Hall, y'all. That's for sure. I did watch his last one that he just put out. We are north of the area. We're still in the risk area, but we're not in the big threat risk area. So it's definitely still on the back of our minds. We're prepared, and we're always staying ready and alert. So it's the best thing I can do.
Paul, no, Mel, water flows, ice expands. Potato, 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 tomato, tomato. Mel, how soon before you get started on your garden do you plan on not having one this year and just focus on the building? No, we're definitely going to have one this year. Actually, Friday, I'm going to get my indoor seeds going. So, well, it'll be Friday or Saturday. I know that we have to go get some more of those little tray things. And so Friday or Saturday.
I'm going to also expand on that ice expands and whatnot. Hot water actually expands too. Ooh. And creates more pressure.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And it rises into it transforms.
And it's also heat that will rise.
Yeah.
All right, we're being real smart butts. I'm sorry.
They're being smart butts too. It's all in good fun. We're not offended. I hope you guys aren't either. We're just having fun.
Yeah, I know. Paul can take it.
Yeah, Paul, you can take it, Paul. DJ Turner, snow falls. Yes, snow falls. Okay, I'm trying to get to the last one. Did you seal the nail holes when you removed the wall braces?
Yes.
Kentucky bluegrass living.
Yes, every little tiny nail intrusion that I pulled up a board, wherever it was, we definitely sealed it up.
Are you making a safe place together with CRC? Like you're talking about for tornadoes and stuff, if there was ever anything that was in the path, Country Road Cure would get their butts over here inside the basement and we would all hide underneath back over there. Now, if it's like an EF5 or something, and then I guess, you know.
There's nothing really you can do at that point. I mean,
yeah.
You can be in a bunker underneath, but
yeah.
You know, there's
the likeliness of that coming to this area is so
very unlikely. And if it did, it's one of those where, well, it was sort of meant to be at that point.
And be like, hey, hey, Lord, how's it going?
Exactly.
So that'd kind of be that. But if there was anything like crazy heading right for us, Country Road Cure and Wyatt and stuff, they'd get their booties over here and we'd all hide in the basement together as of right now. But you guys, it is about that time, my friends. I actually just seen Country Road Cure, speak of the devils, they just posted a brand new video. So mods, if you guys can pop up their new video that just went live on their channel, you guys can, I'm going to send everyone over there right now to go watch their latest and go show them some love.
Yes.
But we got to get out of here. Remember, friends, this next live stream next month on the 1st, we're going to be picking winners. So remember those magic words. And keep your ears in tune for when we play that montage in video coming up soon. Guaranteed to give you giggles, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So,
because, you know, when you win, it will be like magic.
Yes, it'll be like magic. All right, guys, well, we got to run. Go check out Country Road Cure's latest video. We'll be back with another edited vlog here on Simple Life for you guys soon. Please stay safe, stay happy, healthy together, and humble, guys. And until the next one, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
Mwah.